Good morning, Pat in the cockpit. It's September 4th. Happy Labor Day for those of you in the United States. It's, let's see, 16:38 Zulu. Local time is 9:37 a.m. Monday morning. This morning we're going to be flying on a VATSIM event called Vectors to Copenhagen. It's a weekly event into and out of Copenhagen. Today's flight will be from Copenhagen to Gatwick in London. Welcome aboard and let's hop in the cockpit. And I want to thank everybody that subscribed to my channel and viewed my videos. I do appreciate it. Let's make sure, let's get strapped in here and make sure our volumes are all good on the stream. Okay, first things first. Let's go over and pop out the chat. Bear with me 1 second, please. Looks like I am live. Okay, first things first. Okay, got the chat popped out. I'm going to do a little typing here. Bostic, hi. Thanks for the kind words. Give me an audio check if I'm doing okay. Okay, your first one in, you get the prize. Okay, again, welcome aboard. Let's get things fired up here. We'll start with the long checklist, the originator portion of the checklist. Hopefully all my audios are okay. Test, test, test. Looking good there. 5x5, that's what I like to hear. Thank you very much. I'm going to call Sevon Bostic. Okay, originator portion of the checklist. So we'll use the long version of the checklist to start with. Load, we're going to do cold and dark today, so it's going to take a little longer. So off the checklist, the load dispatch load sheet we haven't done yet. We'll do that in a second. DC voltmeter we'll put to battery. Okay. Battery switch to on and standby power to on. Alternate flaps are closed and guarded. Fuel pumps are all off. Wipers are parked. Hydraulics are, we'll turn them all on and make sure our pressure comes up on the pressure gauge down here. And since we don't have ground power, that won't come up for a second. We'll turn the electrics off for now. Landing gear is down and 3 green here and up top. Savvy on. Savvy. Okay, sounds French. Landing gear, weather radar is in test. Fire warning. Let's get that volume up a little higher. Looks good, and clear that. Ground power is, let's put the ground power on. So we're gonna open up some doors. The gates have already been moved over. Start the ground power, and we have ground power on now, and we'll fire it up. We're gonna look at the outside view. This is the front screen view right there. That's what I see at the very front screen, and this is inside the cockpit. Okay. Savion. Okay. Savion. Let's see, where are we? Ground power, and we'll confirm power is on, and we're charging the batteries. Bleed panel, we're going to put the APU bleed is on. So we'll put the APU bleed on, and the packs to auto. and isolation valve as required. Electrical panel,
Guys,
the
the leader's
galley
on
is
board.
on, and we get trim air on. That's good. Okay, IRSs. So we're going to come down. Let's turn on some of these displays so you can see them. So behind the seat here, you're going to see the primary flight display and the nav display that I have up front here. And right here is my CDU. This captain side CDU. This is just my out the front capture. That's what my front screen. I don't see all that because I see over the glare shield, but it's just the front screen. And this new one way over here, that's a camera right up here. So you get a view down into the cockpit. I've changed that around. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is get the IRSs fired up. So we'll go into our FMC and we'll look at our ARAC. Nav data is up to date and the ops program is up to date. We'll go to a position initialize and we're at Airport Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel, and we're at gate Delta 3 today. Delta 3. And we're going to fire up the IRSs. So we're going to pick this GPS position right there and fire up the IRSs, spin them up, and we'll enter that GPS coordinates into the FMS right there. And that's spinning up. And that's going to take, I can look at my overhead and the display says it's going to take 9 minutes to spin up the IRSs. Rank 19, hello again. Soldier Captain rank 19. I had a lot of words there. So right now it looks like 22 right and 08. And we'll get to that in a little bit. We got a lot of work to do here. So since we're doing cold and dark, let's continue on with our originator portion of the checklist. Electrical panel, check electrical systems and galleys on. IRSs are spun up. Emergency lights are armed. Air conditioning trim air is on and the air conditioners all look good. Present position for the CDU has been entered. Flap lever is up and confirmed. Parking brake is on chocks. And I can go ahead and put my electrics on, charge up the accumulator. I'm charging up the accumulator on the brake pressure right here. Once it gets up to 3,000, I'll turn off the electrics. We charge up the accumulator. And exterior lights, we'll put this position in and position light to steady. Everything else is off. And we're all good there. So before we go any farther now, we're going to start to look at routing. Since we're going to Gatwick today, we're going to try something a little different. So what I'm going to do is come over here and to a window and we'll go to SimBrief. So bear with me 1 second. And you should be able to see my SimBrief. Hopefully if you don't see it or hear me, let me know. And let me know if the volume is still okay in SimBrief. So what you're looking at here, bear with me guys, I'm trying to get this. Thanks a lot if you'd let me know if the volume's okay in SimBrief. Okay. Here we go. So we're going to use American flight number 1 to Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel to Echo Golf Kilo Kilo, alternates Echo Golf Charlie Charlie. Departure time is probably 17. We'll put about 17:15. It's about a half an hour from now. We'll apply that. We'll be using tail number. Oh, thank you very much, Savion. Will you be using tail number November 4888 Lima? It's an American Airlines. Here's our climb information, Lido format. So we're going to get to weather before we do anything. At 1620 Zulu, I'm going to write down the weather. We're going to get this right out of Foreflight, which we use on this tablet here. The weather is going to be 210 at 6-mile visibility. Skies are Kovac. Looks really good here today. Temperatures are 22 and 15. Altimeter is 1025. So we'll be departing on 22 right, and we'll be arriving on 08 right. And that's what we have in SimBrief. And today's altitude, I'm going to go into Foreflight and look at the altitudes, the prevailing winds. Our flight today is 1 hour and 26 minutes. And the lower we go, the better. So we'll go flight level 320 today. Okay, so we got flight level 320. We'll do auto on everything and let it generate for us. So we're going to go over here and hit generate a flight plan. And we've generated a flight plan. And the next thing we're going to do is go into SimBrief Downloader. I don't know if you'll see that, and start SimBrief Downloader. And it's going to send everything to the appropriate places. We've gone to SimBrief Downloader. And now we're going to go to FMS Plans. And it's going to send our plans right to our FMC. So that takes a couple of keystrokes here. Bear with me. This is stuff that you may not see. That's done. And next we're going to go to the flight planner for our printer. Now this I'm going to show you. This is kind of interesting. Bear with me 1 second. This will take just a second to do. Okay. Let's see if I can get this up on the screen for you. Let me go back into OBS. I've got so many screens opened up, it's really hard to tell what's going on here. I'm going to go to OBS and start a new screen in OBS here. So what we use for performance is, let's see, capture this, and we're going to call this, bear with me, printer. Nope, that was wrong. Let me remove that. I did that wrong. I'm going to try this again. I want a window capture. Window capture. Here we go. So what you're going to see now is it's called the OFP, Operational Flight Plan. And I'm going to go ahead and start stripping some stuff out of it. Okay, the stuff I need. This is what's going to go on my printer. So here's all our information. This is all on a 40 character. Bear with me. This is all on a 40 character format for my printer. So we come down here. I'm going to strip out all these waypoints that I don't need for my printer. Let me just strip those out. And I don't need this word route. And I'll take anything that says direct out, because I know that. Let's clean this up a little bit. Any of these directs, this is my routing from SimBrief. That next 2C departure is actually from Copenhagen, their VATSIM. So now there's our routing, and here's next we have a summary. We don't need any of that mess. And then we need payload information. Let me get my payload information. Payload information is right here, and it's 35,343. I'm going to copy that, put it right here. Control V. I have to go through the same rigmarole every time. Okay, so we're going to scroll down here, and we don't need this. We'll just make a little line. I'm only taking stuff I need for my printer. And we'll go down here for top of takeoff weight. I need that information, and I need my ISA average right there on the next line, and we'll strip everything out from here down to takeoff, top of climb information. Right down here, where's the takeoff? Top of climb, right here, where it says top of climb. Oops, right there. Just gonna put the words TOC in, and I need this P11. That's the ISA above P11. So I've got top of climb is 308 at 29, and P11 is the temperature. And I'm going to strip everything else out. So it's all going away. Just get rid of it. And I'm going to put a line down here and go 2 lines. Now it gets fun. Now we're going to do performance stuff. So I'm going to take this screen and just put it aside for now. And we're going to the performance tool. I am so lost on my screens right now. I don't know where I am. Bear with me. I don't know. Bizarre GD. I didn't pay for it. My wife bought this for me. Let's see. This information, I'm getting it from I'm getting it from SimBrief. It's all coming from the OFP, the Operational Flight Plan from SimBrief. Right here it says View PDF. If you click on that, I'm also exporting it using SimBrief downloader. So let me go back to where I was. I am trying to get. Bear with me. Let me just kind of move that out of the way temporarily. And what I'm looking for is VPT. I'm going to start my virtual performance tool. Let me see if I can find it. Right there. Oh, I know I can't find it. Should be right up here in the corner. There it is. Okay, here's my virtual performance tool, guys. VPT, and let me put my printer over top of it. There we go. So we're going to start in virtual performance tool right here and go to weights and balances. Here's virtual performance tool. Go to weights and balances, and I'm going to click on the plane I'm using, which is a ZiboMod 737 with winglets, 170 passengers, and catering is going to be standard. It brings all the weights in automatically. Then I'm going to go to the PAX button, and I'm going to hit Virtual Dispatcher right here. And down at the bottom it says SimBrief. I'm going to click on that, and that's going to bring all my weights and passengers in from SimBrief right into Virtual Performance Tool right here. And all I do is put my name in and sign it and hit Load OFP. And this brings all my SimBrief information into Virtual Performance Tool. And more importantly, it gives me my weights and balances. So I hit takeoff dispatch again, and it brings it all over. So my takeoff weight's 147,163 pounds. Center of gravity 16.3. Echo Golf Charlie Hotel is my departure, and it asks for a runway, and I'm going to pick 22 right. I know that. And I click on this weather button right here, and it brings the weather in automatically. I'm going full length. It automatically brings all the weather information in. So now I have all the information I need to figure out my performance. So now I hit the calculate button right here. And what it does, I have it set up to give me performance data based on assumed thrust. I'm going to use reduced thrust so the engine doesn't run as hard for takeoffs. Most airlines use D rate or assumed thrust. I use the assumed thrust. So I'm going to hit the print button here, and this is the bug card. I'm going to print this out, copy this, and you can see it gives me my thrust, my V1s, my rotate, my V2s, VREF, reduced is going to be 89.1 N1 with a select temperature, which is an assumed temperature. I'm faking the engines out to say it's 68 degrees C to reduce the N1, flaps 5, the trim. Gives me all my wind information, my weights, runway, my minimum flap retraction altitude. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to just copy it, Control C. I'm done here. And I'm going to go back to, oops, bear with me. I'm kind of lost now. I'm going to go back to printer, and I'm going to put it right here at the bottom. Right down at the very bottom, I'm going to put all that information, Control V, and so all that information for performance is in there. And the only thing I have left to do is come back to airport information and click on runway comments, and I need the slope, which is 0%, and the runway heading, which is 217. So I can close this now. I'm done with this, and I can put oops. The format for this in FMC is U for up, D for down. So it's 0.0 slope. So I'll put up 0.0/217. So that format is up 0.7 degrees / 217 degrees. It was down, I'd put a D. So now this is all the information I need for my FMC. So I'm going to hit Control S, and then I'm going to cut the page and cut. Okay, now we're going to go back and look at my mug. Hold on. We'll go back to original right there. I'm back. And we're going to print that out right here on this printer down here, this thermal printer. So I'll do Control V, Control P, Control P, and all that information we just did came out on my printer. Right here. On my thermal printer in the cockpit. All the performance information. You can see it, right? All that information. I'm going to put it right here on the yoke. That's done. Okay, I'm going to clean up my screens a little bit, guys. Bear with me. Okay. You know, instead of using, it's not free. There is a subscription to it. X-Plane, if you're using X-Plane, there's a free one called, what's it called? You can get it in xplane.forum. It's a performance tool, and it's free. Does the same thing. Okay, let me go take a look outside. Let's go look outside and see if we can see Sevion. And right next to me. Hold on just a second. So I'm going to hit my front screen, and I'm going to go outside, and we're going to look over to see if we can see him. What's your call sign? What gate are you at? Okay, there's a Ryanair back there behind me. on top of a UPS plane. There's two planes on top of each other. Okay, anyway, very nice. You can see two planes sitting on top of each other. That's probably you sitting on top of somebody else back there. There's a Ryanair back there. Anyway, let's go back in the cockpit. Ryan 67. Okay. Microsoft Flight Sim. Excellent. And Ryanair 67. I'll write that down. So now that I have all my performance done, I hope this is making sense to you guys. I'm going to go ahead and so you're asking about the cost, GD. It's more than an expensive car, less than a house. I'm American One. Okay, so let's go back to I'm going to go to pre-file on a network using SimBrief now. So let me do that. Pre-file on a network, go to VATSIM, hit pre-file. And I'm going to pre-file. And I have pre-filed using SimBrief. Now the most important thing now is to put fuel in the plane. So I know how much fuel off my sheet right here. I'm going to go into my electronic flight bag and go to payload and go to fuel, and let's start putting fuel in this plane. We've calculated we're going to need 17,684. 17,684. And our payload today is 35,343 pounds. Let me put that in. 35,343 pounds. Okay. So our IRSs are aligned. We're putting fuel in, and we can see it coming in here. That's good. I'm going to come in to my FMC to index. I put the fuel in my electronic flight bag right down here. Now, and fuel's coming in. Now I'm going to go back to my nav data, flight plans, and here's my flight that I brought over from SimBrief Downloader. Came right into my FMC. So here's our flight plan, Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel, Echo Golf Kilo Kilo 01, and go to routing, and drop it in there, and flight number AAL1, that's my call sign, and we'll be using 22 right. And let's call for clearance. So we are on we're on VATSIM now using XPilot, and let's get the weather. So we've got information, departure, Echo Kilo, Charlie, information Kilo at Delta 3. And we're going to delivery 119.9. Let's call.
Radio check. Clear delivery, very good evening. This is 654 stand Foxtrot 7 with Kilo request IFR to Düsseldorf. Radio check. 5. 6-5, forecast of delivery. Hello, you cleared your destination. Exit 2 Charlie departure runway 2 to right, squawks 5.
We're going to call for clearance here. Hold on. Miranda, hi.
At Düsseldorf, next end to Charlie departure, squawk 5026, Visa 654. 654 was correct, squawk 5056. 5056, Visa 654, thank you. 654, read back correct, advice ready for push. We'll go. Copenhagen delivery, good afternoon, Spirit 817.
Okay, so av user, you're saying I'm only showing the sim.
Clearance please to London 113.
Is my sim looking okay, guys?
Keep it 817, cancel delivery. Hello, information Juliet is now current. You cleared London Heathrow, lane go to Charlotte departure on way 2 to right, squawk 5, correction, squawk 4755. Okay, we'll pick up Juliet, clear Heathrow, line go 2 Charlie, 4755, speedbird 817. Speedbird 817, read back, correct, advise ready for push. Okay, speedbird 817.
Delivery, American 1, Boeing 737, stand Delta 3, IFR to Gatwick. We have Kilo on board.
American 1, cancel delivery, hello, information Juliet is now current. You cleared Gatwick and lane correction, Gatwick, Nixon. 2 China departure, runway 2 to right, squawk 1341.
American 1 cleared to Gatwick via the Nixon 2 Charlie departure, squawking 1341, expect runway 22 right.
American 1, read back correct, advise ready for push.
American 1 will request push and start in a little bit. Thank you.
Customer delivery, good evening.
So runway 22 right. So I'm going to turn this noisemaker off. Av user said you're only showing the sim. I don't know what that means. If somebody could clarify that, if everything looks okay. Okay, so we got clearance via the Nixon 2 Charlie departure, then is filed. And let's go ahead and go to Navigraph charts. I've got Navigraph on this right over here on this Microsoft Surface Pro, and we're going to go to import, and this will come right from SimBrief, and there's our full routing, puts all the charts in along the bottom. It's absolutely gorgeous. And on this iPad, I have Foreflight, and on this one I'm going to put the runway airport map. Okay, we're all set there, and we're going to look at our SID now on Navigraph, and it says airport altitude is 17 feet. Got that pressure set in there, and departure is probably 7,000 feet. Transition altitude is 5,000. Initial climb clearance 7,000 feet or requested, or as requested. So I'll set in 7,000 feet, and then we'll go after tower. We'll go to approach, and we're all set there. Departure is 119.35, so I'm going to write these down. Tower 119.35. And ground is 121.62, 121.625. And we've got departure frequency.
Ground to flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
120.25. 120.25. Okay, we've got all our frequencies. Oh, I don't know. I do sometimes. Let's see. Everything's looking good. So we're all set there. Okay, my brain's kind of stopped. We got fuel all set. Oh, okay. So we were on our FMC. So now we have to go into our FMC and get our departure. And we know we're coming off 22 right, and our departure is the Nexum 2C. Nexum 2C. And our arrival on 08 right will be the Teber 2G in 08 right, ILS 08 right. And we'll come in on the Willow transition, Teber 2G right there. Grab that, hit route, activate, execute. Now we'll go to performance. So our fuel in FMC is 17.7, that's what it is on the sheet. Our ZFW, and we're taking this all off our little sheet, is 130.4. This is all in thousands of pounds. Our reserves are 2.4 1,000 pounds. Cost index is 38. Our cruise level today is flight level 320. And our cruise winds, remember I'm taking this all right off the sheet. Top of climb 308 at 29. 308 at 29. That's why I spend all that time doing this sheet. And our ISA is 11 degrees, positive 11 degrees C. And we'll hit execute and we'll go to M1 limits, and our reduced thrust N1 limits is 68 degrees C. We'll put that in there, and that should give us an N1 of 89.1, and it actually says 90.2, but we haven't turned on the pack, so it'll change. We'll go to takeoff page 2. Runway winds are, they said Juliet, but I didn't see Juliet up here. Nope, don't see Juliet. 210 at 7. Oops. 210 degrees at 7. Runway slope was up 0.0 at 217. Remember we calculated that, put that in there. Dry conditions, so takeoff reference page 2 of 2 is done. We'll go to page 1. Flaps 5. Center of gravity, which came from VPT, Virtual Performance Tool, is calculated to be 16.3 on the MAC chord. And so the FMC calculates 142, 144, and 146. Our sheet says V1 143, that's within 1 knot. Rotate 144, perfect. And V2 148 versus 146. We're good. Okay, so we'll split the difference 147. So we'll put in 147 here. And our heading is, runway heading is 217. We'll dial that in here. In the the MCP, and 7,000 feet. We'll engage our MCP, captain side, first officers, VNAV, LNAV, all set. Okay. Our trim is 6.25, so we're going to preset our trim and do our stab trim cutoff test. So I'll set our trim for 6.25, turn off the stab trim, hit stop the trim, turn it back on. Stab trim cutoff test passed, and we'll set our trim to 6.25. And we can look at it down here, or we got a little display here, or we can look at it right here on the throttle quadrant. Okay, we're all set there. Let's go back to our checklist. I like to use the long checklist. I have a shorter one. I have 2 of them. So the shorter one, pre-flight. I'm just so used to using the long one, I'm going to use it. Leading edge devices, check. Service intercom is off. ECCs are on. Engine reversers are off. Flight recorder test is in progress. Mach speed warning test and stall warning. Good. Passenger oxygen is normal and guarded. Crew oxygen is sufficient. 3 greens. PSCU is off. We'll do a flow test. Oxygen mask flow test and a light test. And the pedestal looks good. Fire control panel, CDUs, MIP, glare shield, forward overhead and aft overhead lights all look good. Okay. Now we're going to do the forward overhead. I do this from memory, but I still check it against the checklist. And since I'm doing it from memory, I can actually use the shorter one. But I like to have them both. So, yaw damper is on, and our standby flight controls are all normal and guarded. Nav displays are in normal. Displays are auto and normal. Cross feed is in progress. Okay, that looks good. Power all looks set up. We've got a little, if you notice here, I can make it look left and right. I've got a little switch here, so my view, when I see it, is straight. From the right seat, it looks crooked, but since I'm sitting in the left seat, I've got to flick this over. Anyway, that's just because we're using flat screens. So window heat, we'll turn on the window heat, and we'll do our window heat overheat test. That's on. TAT test passed. Anti-ice, engine anti-ice are off. We still have pressure in the accumulator. That looks good. I'm going to shut the doors using the electronic flight bag. Okay, the door should be shutting. Voice recorder test. Trim air is on. Research are in auto. Packs are auto. Isolation valves open. Engine bleeds are on. APU bleeds on. And we pushed our flight altitude 32,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, the boarding doors are closed. Flight attendants
Altitude's
prepare
good.
for departure. Cross check for airport staff. Stand by for
And
all
we'll
call.
go to outflow valve, alternate, manual, close, and open. That's all good.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if
So
you need
let's do
anything.
some radios now. We're going to set up our radios. Bear with me 1 second here. Departure radio is going to be 112.5 on the VOR. And we picked that up. Okay, we got the departure VOR just in case. Hey, smartphones. Thanks a lot. I hate smartphones. Okay, where am I? Pressurization's good. Exterior lights. Okay, well, that's good. Ignition switches are good. ATIS is obtained. Clearance is obtained. CDU is programmed. VHF radios are set. EFIS panels are set. Mode control panel. So we did our mode control panel. The clock is set for Zulu time. Nose wheel steering is normal and guarded. The DU, so we're going to set the DU so you can see it on the front screen right here. So right back here you should see my on my nav display you should see my DU for starting the engine. Okay, auto flight annunciator test. We should have three ambers and push it down, 2 reds and an amber. Fuel flow reset, N1 auto, speed ref auto brake RTO. Flaps are up, speed brakes up, reversers are down, idles are down, thrust configuration alarm on the right side is good, and thrust configuration alarm on number 1 is good. Okay, where are we? Flaps are up, parking brake. Okay, let's set the parking brake. Pressure is good. I'm going to go ahead and push the toe brakes and recharge the accumulator. And shut off the electrics. Stab trim cutoff test is done. Fire squibs are good. Cargo fire detection is good and cleared. No heads up display transponder, and we're squawking 1341 today. 1341. Set that to auto. Rudder trims are zeroed out, and we'll confirm that. Stabilizer override switch is normal and guarded. Ground proximity warning test.
Flight is slow.
Okay.
Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear.
Before
Wind shear.
pushback, zero fuel weight
Sink rate.
is
Sink rate.
index
Terrain.
performance
Terrain.
confirmed.
Pull up.
N1s
Don't sink.
are set.
Don't sink.
Now it's
Too low.
89.2, and it
Too
should be
low.
off the
Dear.
sheet.
Too
89.1,
low.
so we're within a
Too low.
tenth
Terrain.
on our N1
Flight slow.
thrust reduction.
Bank angle.
V speeds
Bank
are
angle.
correct and double
Approaching
checked.
minimums.
Stab trim is correct and double checked. Fuel pumps are set for takeoff.
500.
Center tank's only got 590 pounds. I'll leave it off for now. It's,
100.
start the APU.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10. Wind shear.
Voltmeter, AC
Wind shear.
voltmeter on generator, and
Low.
we're
Terrain.
firing up the APU.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
I got a call for
Terrain ahead.
taxi.
Pull up. Obstacle. Obstacle. Obstacle ahead. Pull up.
Let me move the gates as soon as I get the APU online here. Move the gates back. And we won't start our bleeds for 1 minute. So we'll start our timer for 1 minute on the bleeds, start the APU, and confirm the APU. We're going to shut off ground power. and we're gonna move the gates. We're gonna go outside, make sure the gates are coming back, and if I look at the very front screen, you can see the gate coming back. And there's the other planes there. We got plenty of planes here. We got an American sitting right behind us. Okay. So let's go back to delivery 119.9. Delivery, American 1, ready, push and start. Delivery, American 1 ready. '65, American 1. 121625. Ground, American 1, stand Delta 3, ready to push and start. Ground, American 1 ready to push it, Delta 3. Uh, 1025, release point 01, American 1, thank you. Sierra 1, American 1. Okay, I always have a problem here pushing back, so I'm going to try to figure out how to do this. Thanks for the, bear with me guys, I got to figure out how to do this. Let's go to the electronic flight bag, Sierra 1, and request. I don't know where Sierra 1 is. Let's figure out where Sierra 1 American 1. Could you give me some assistance on directions for pushback? I can't seem to understand it on the chart for Sierra 1. Negative for American 1. Absolutely, yes. North and Sierra, American 1, thank you. There we go. Okay, I think we got it. Okay. Okay, before push, we're all set there. Get the packs going. There you go. Sorry about that.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
I forgot to change it back. I changed it and forgot to change it back. Sometimes they don't look. My apologies. Need a first officer, guys.
Even now, 1913, do you have the inbound Ryanair on Whiskey in sight? Affirmative. Even now, 1913, roger. In that case, after the Ryanair passes from behind, QNH 1025, push and start approved, release point Whiskey Green.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Let's make sure there's nobody behind us. Here we go.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay, we're going to crank on number 2. And we'll turn the anti-collision light on and
Scandinavian 114 holding short Zulu.
autopilot, the transponder to auto. So we're cranking on number 2.
319er, contact tower 11935.
11935, Barcelona 4219, safety level.
Okay, now 114, apron good, evening, taxi to stand.
Okay, we've got max motoring. We're lifting the fuel valve on number 2, and we've got light off, fuel flow, and oil pressures coming up.
Bravo, Yankee, and Quebec, Scandinavian 114.
Keep our finger on this fuel valve just in case we get a hot start. And a kick out, and we'll do number 1.
Max 525, apron good, evening, stand by 1 moment, break. Red nose 1255, just confirm you cancelled your pushback clearance.
Okay,
Current confirmation,
max motoring, and we'll lift the fuel valve on number 1. And we confirm we have light off, a fuel flow, and oil pressures coming up. Usually I watch the vibes down here, and if the vibes peak out about 1.7, 1.8, I can let go of the fuel valve, have a clean start. So they jump up to 1.8, and then they start coming down.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Okay, before taxi checklist. Fuel cutoff levers are up. Engine generators are on. And generators on all three rectifiers. Look good. It's battery. Probe heats are on. Overheats are set. Voice recorder is shut. Hydraulics will do that in just. Hydraulics are on. Bleeds, our engine AP bleed is off. Auto, packs to auto, and we all look good there. APU is off. Continuous on the starters.
Cell is disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a
Hand
safe
signal,
flight.
flaps 5. Transponder is set. Weather radar is terrain and weather. And let's do a flight control test. And so we'll do pitch.
Greenland 7873, contact tower now, 11935.
And rudder.
19353.
And ailerons are all good. Very good. We're ready to taxi.
Greenland 783, ready to taxi. Greenland 783, roger. Just keep in mind next time I ask you to push the Yankee 0, which is on Yankee and not on Lima. But no problem. Taxi via Lima, Zulu and Alpha. Hold short, runway 12. Taxi via Lima, Zulu and Alpha. Hold short, runway 12. Sorry about the mistake. I'm sure what you meant. Greenland 783. Greenland 783, no problem. Just next time ask if you're unsure. We'll go 783.
Ground American 1 ready to taxi to active with Lima.
American 1, taxi via Romeo, Yankee, and crashing via Romeo, Yankee, and Foxtrot. Hold short, runway 12.
Romeo, Yankee, Foxtrot, hold 12, American 1. Okay, we're good. Pushback time was 17:32. Push.
714, apron, good evening, QNH1025.
Okay, guys, here we go. Lights. Everybody ready? Everything look good back there in the comments, guys? Okay, Romeo, Yankee, Foxtrot, hold 12.
Batch 1025 and pushback approved.
Confirm other stations, Scandinavian 1760. Confirm Scandinavian 1760. Scandinavian 1760, apron good.
Got the big OK there. Captain 1.
Delta 1.
So we're going out Romeo. We're going to hang it right on the Yankee and the left on the Foxtrot and hold at 12. And he'll send us over to the tower, which is 119.35.
Scandinavian 859er, apron, good evening, hold position, I'll get back to you. Scandinavian 895. Scandinavian 1760, hold short Yankee. Short Yankee, Scandinavian 1760.
That was Scandinavian right there. He was coming towards me. Turn my blinker on.
Christian 65.
Here's Yankee.
7, taxi via Lima, Zulu and Alpha, hold short runway 12.
And we'll go up to Foxtrot, hang a left, and hold. I wonder where Ryan 67 is. He's flying with us today.
Confirmed, taxi via Lima, Zulu and Alpha, hold short runway 12. Lima, Zulu and Alpha, hold short
22.
12. Canadian 1760, continue taxi. B1760.
12, we're holding short at Foxtrot.
A525, there's currently one Scandinavian A320 coming. After he passes from behind, the QNH will be 1025. Push and start approved. Release point Sierra 1.
Hello, Russia. I don't know what that means, but
Custer ground, Nordic 949, requesting push and start. We are at Alpha 11. Nordic 949er, apron, good evening. Just stand by. Break.
break. American 1, contact Tower 10935, bye-bye.
Tower, American 1, thanks. Tower, American 1, holding short, Foxtrot 12.
American 1, cancel Tower, low course, runway 12, continue taxi to Alpha and to Alpha 1.
Cross 12 to Alpha 1, American 1. Okay, approach for frequency, departure frequency is going to be, departure frequency.
Greenland 783, holding short, runway 12, ready to cross.
129.25.
Greenland 783, cancel Tower, behind the American, course, runway 12, continue taxi to Alpha to Alpha 1.
Alpha down.
Okay, Alpha 1.
The American 73.
Smartphones, let's see what you're typing here. I don't know what be my game. I don't have a game here. I got a simulator. No games here. But I know what you mean about the vehicle. Okay, Alpha 1. Got my maps. My departure. Alpha 1. Alpha 1 should be the first one. Makes sense. I'm sorry. Cyrillic, I can't understand. It's in Cyrillic, so. Niet. That's it for my extent.
After departure, call cancel departure 120.250. Wind 250 degrees, 4 knots, runway 2 to right, clear for takeoff, goodbye.
Please repeat frequency on departure for American 1.
American 1, it's 120.250.
Clear for takeoff, 22 right, 120.25 on departure, American 1. I gotta stop for a second.
783 behind the departing American, runway 2 to right, line up and wait behind.
We got a problem down, guys. We lost our. Here we go. Okay, cleared for takeoff. Lights, camera, action, guys. Auto throttle, TARA. So we got lights, logo, wings, cleared for takeoff, and then we'll contact departure 120.25
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
on departure. Everybody ready? Yeah, I passed that game thing about $50,000 ago. But I know what you mean. Okay, guys. And we're gonna run it up 40%. Let it hold, hit the toga button. We have an auto throttle here, motorized, so it'll advance by itself. Here we go. Engines are spooling up. Cross check. Stabilize. Temperature's coming up. And tape's alive. A little pressure on the yoke here. Keep the nose down through 80 knots.
80 knots.
And thrust hold confirmed. Engine stabilized and trim set through 100 knots.
V1, rotate.
And rotate, and we're going to be nice and easy and fly the plane.
Positive rate.
Confirmed, gear up. And we'll just fly the speed, guys.
400.
And we're going to go ahead and put the autopilot on because we're going to have a lot of ATC here, so it'll get real busy real quick.
Copenhagen, tower standing at 714, we are holding short of runway 10.
We usually can fly it, but this much traffic. I'm waiting for my speed to start increasing here, and I'll clean up my flaps. Here comes the nose down. And here comes the speed up. So I'm going to clean up the flaps. Departure American 1 out of 22 right at 1800 for 7,000.
American 1 to me. Good evening. You identified 27 Phoenix on flight level 190.
Flight level 190, American 1. Okay. Flaps up, confirm, speed increasing. We're going to trim for 250 knots. Well, you know, smartphones, you got to realize the cost involved there. Moving this amount of weight around would be tens and tens of thousands of dollars. We're not going down that road. Believe me, it feels like it's moving to me. It really does. The realism level is phenomenal. We're looking pretty good here, guys. If we get to 10,000, we'll clean up the cockpit. Filler 753, welcome. Yeah, there's a couple of videos out there. People have done that. To move this much weight around is more than, it's pretty, takes a lot of doing to move this much weight around with hydraulics.
817 contact Copenhagen, frequency 1217375. 1213750, select 175.
And through 6,000. I think this is probably about 1,800 pounds, and trying to move that type of weight, just takes more skills than I have. I've got the insanity to do it, but the skill level would be a learning experience. We're going to Bista, 16 miles, and then we'll on the Nexon, our 93 miles to the top of climb. I wonder where Ryanair 67 is. He's flying with us. V Flex, you're absolutely right. That would be a level D, and you know those are. I don't need to simulate failures. I get enough of them anyway. It is about 1,800 pounds. A level D, you know, they're millions of dollars. Okay, so through 10,000, we'll do an after takeoff checklist.
Again, 521, 525, you identified cloud flight level 190.
So, autopilot's engaged, attendant notified, lights up, runway lights up. Turning starters off, logo is on, wing lights off. Start switches are good. Auto brake is off. Landing gear is locked. Altimeters are set. Passenger signs as required. Electrical power is looking really good. Looking good on the electrical power. Hydraulic pressure is good. Quantity and temperature look good. Pressure is good. Cabin temp is sufficient. Engine status on our progress page, you can see there we'll have 8.1 thousand at Gatwick. Our present fuel usage is 5.9 on climb out. N2s look good. Temperatures look good. Trim looks good. The flight plan. Pressurization. So bleeds, we've got 4 pounds in the cockpit, about 3,000 feet of pressurization and a positive rate of climb, and the bleeds look good. Let's plan the arrival. So the first thing I'm going to do is come over here to my head. 121.375, American 1. Have a good day. Thank you. Copenhagen, American 1 with you at flight level 123 for 190 on the departure.
And yeah, it was 6050 speed 17 point, just got that. American 1, climb maintain for level
280, American 1. We turn his volume up just a little bit. He's a
We are, but we're just switching 126.050 straight the American steps on us when we're giving the repacking. Thank you.
Of course I could. I've got over 10,000 hours in this plane. 737 I know. Could I? Matter of fact, Thursday I'm going to do a flight. Got a real pilot coming into Cockpit. A friend of mine. He's a real first officer. He'll be flying with me Thursday. Hopefully we'll get a YouTube in. I get real pilots flying with me all the time. When real pilots want to come and fly my sim, that tells me that I might be doing things right. And I learned so much than just reading and watching YouTube. I get real pilots in here. But it's all about reading and checklists. So we're going up to 280. Our final today is 320. We might have time to change the time of day in here because the lighting might get too dark in here. I could set failures in here, but I usually have enough problems in my sim. I don't need to make more. A friend Doug is coming in Thursday. He's a first officer for a major airline. He'll be here for a day in San Diego, so he's going to come over and fly in the plane. He's been checked out in the first officer seat in my plane. He'll be sitting in the left seat. Hopefully we'll get a YouTube in. Had a good flight so far. Glad I got to do the whole cold and dark with you guys. Yeah, Captain 1, I don't talk about how much it's cost. My wife bought it for me, so I don't know. She paid for it. They just say I can't afford it. So, on the arrival, we'll put in the fixed page, we're going to put Gatwick in, which is Echo, Golf, Kilo Kilo. We'll put a 100-mile circle around there. Let us know when approximately time for top descent. We'll put a 30-mile circle around Gatwick to let us know where we need to be at 10,000 feet, 250 knots. And then we'll get the reciprocal of the airport runway of Navigraph, which is going to be 257, 10 miles. And that'll give us a visual intercept, 10-mile flaps up runway heading. It's not a radio, it's just a visual intercept. Oh, I've used V-bars for a long time. Ski. I'm so used to V-bars. Let's just say the cost is I bought a house that cost less years ago. The V-bars, just I'm so used to them. They're kind of fun. Okay, we're taking our right at Nexon, and let's go over here and see if we can get a VOR we can pick up somewhere.
Copenhagen, Greenland, 783, climbing through 11,500 for flight level 190.
Let's see if there's any stations here.
Climb to flight level 240.
It's WG. 111.8.
Copenhagen, good evening. Data Charlie, Data Mike Oscar, flight level 240, inbound Tutlo. Data Charlie, Data Mike Oscar, good evening. Radar contact. You're going to Moscow Airport. Roskilde is affirmative, Data Charlie, Data Mike Oscar.
Well, you know, I'm not in here to see how many subscriptions I can get. I just do it for the fun, you know. I don't monetize this. This is just my idea of fun.
Copenhagen Control, IC205, flight through, flight level 804, 196.
Well, thanks for the compliments on my channel.
Ground level 240, IC205.
Data Charlie, Data Mike Oscar, 50 seconds. Maintain flight level 150, Data Charlie, Data Mike Oscar.
Copenhagen, good evening, KF245, 229, approaching Lucas.
So I used to have this camera here, back over my left shoulder, but I've moved it here so you can look down inside the cockpit. I don't know if you prefer it that way or what, but it's different. Hey, Geezer TV. Echo Lima, American 1. Okay, straighten this out. Echo Lima. And that's 126.050 for American 1. Thank you very much.
Copenhagen, hello, Kynet 40 November 10.
And who is 126.050? Let's find out, guys. I'll be right with you in the chat. I got some cockpit stuff to do.
Greenland 783, climbing through flight level 190 for flight level 240. Which flight will be Yankee call Copenhagen 121
1,000 to go.
375, contact Copenhagen 121. Temperature 375, Greenland 783, good evening, give it to
Hey, Jim.
340 for Greenland 783. Now, line call from steering crease, your AWZ, your descending range was low, and descent line is 5. More descent weight and descent line is 5. Ice, fill, and 1 fill.
Copenhagen, American 1, 276 for 280.
10-1, hello, climb line is
320 American 1, thank you. Okay. Hey, Jim. Guys, say hello to my friend Jim McFarland here. He just came in. Jim is in Arizona. He has a sim just like mine. He has 2 sims, as a matter of fact. He's got a sim like this one. Maastricht 134.7 American 1. He also has a Jetmax for sale. If you guys are interested in a Jetmax, Jim, why don't you throw that link up there for that Jetmax? Hold on. Master Control, this is American 1 at flight level 280 for 320.
American 1 Master, hello, identify direct Galzo.
Direct Galzo for American 1, thank you. Yeah, Jim's got a Jetmax, which is a half of one. Doesn't have the shell on it, but it has the throttle, the pedestal, the MIP, the glare shield, the overhead, 3 screens, computers, the whole thing. The yoke, the pedals. He's flying X-Plane 11. He's got it for sale. Put a link up there to that, Jim. People can look at that.
Excuse me, can you repeat please for France Flight 419?
Hey Brandon, Pierce, hello. Welcome aboard. Okay, direct gas low. And mind if I can't watch the stream all the time because I'm trying to fly the plane also. Got a lot to do here. Control American 1 would like to be out of cockpit for 3 minutes. I'll let you know, American 1. Okay guys, I'll be right back. I got a high caffeine alarm and I got a low caffeine alarm going on. I'll be right back.
Thousand to go.
Programs 2459, descending, flight level 200 with you inbound tailgate.
So 2459, Maastricht, finally, welcome, identified, this is flight level 280.
Flight level 280, ground 2459. Good evening, Nordic 58 uniform with you, flight level 300, inbound Tuska.
Nordic 58 uniform, Maastricht identified. Contact Langenreiter 135, das ist 650 vorbei. Contact 4319, contact Langen 135, 650.
flight letter, contact Copenhagen, control 1213755.
1213755, level goes
Pacific, good evening, Mike Alpha Bravo, Pacific, flight level 450 to
Okay, we took care of that overload, that caffeine overload and low caffeine alarm. We call master control back. Control American 1 back with you. Okay, where am I?
Master radar, right near 5 Alpha Echo, new flight level 370.
Right now, 5 Alpha Echo, Master Hello, identified.
RP1, what was that about aliens? Well, there's the link for Jim's JetMax. It's a Flightdeck Solutions simulator like mine, but it's for just the captain's side. Guys, ever want to get into a flight sim like mine, good place to start at a fraction of the price. Okay, we're at cruise.
Scandinavian 736, flight level 270.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're level to our initial cruise altitude, expecting a fairly smooth ride today. We have the seatbelt sign turned off, and while you're seated, we do ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened.
No, not on Unicom, 134.7.
And we do thank you for flying with us on American.
Still Maastricht. Let me look. Joseph 25, thanks.
Okay, that's 313, contact Copenhagen, control 126, that's 0505. 126, that's
Oh no, I'm definitely
By the 5 Alpha Echo, direct Bordler.
Direct Bordler, right near 5 Alpha Echo.
yeah, it's caffeine check. I had a high caffeine alarm and a low caffeine light came off, so we're all done. Looks like ATC over England is shut down, but Gatwick is on, has tower on, and ATIS. Maastricht radar, and then I'll be in Amsterdam. Then I'll be on Unicom. So I still don't understand the just be careful. I just see aliens flying over there. I don't understand what that is.
Say again last, please. Direct waypoint to Blue Tango Uniform Delta Lima Oscar. Alex, too low, AC 8721. My apologies, I had you unreadable there for a second.
We're 275 miles from top of descent, 427 miles from Gatwick. Ryan 67 is supposed to be flying with me. Let me see if I can find him. Echo Golf Kilo. And we've got 13 arrivals and 37 departures. Ryanair 67. I don't see you, guy.
And Ryanair 5 Alpha Echo, request 5 minutes away.
Well, he was here earlier. I don't know, DJ. DJ Little Captain 1. A lot of humor there. It's going right over my head.
Flight 320 is at 2,000 feet per minute operator. Confirm for the Lufthansa 832. Lufthansa 832 from 2,000 feet per minute operator. 2,000 feet per minute operator, Lufthansa 832.
I gotta do something, guys. It's getting too dark in the cockpit. It's daytime where I'm flying my sim, and when the screens get dark, when the sunset starts to set in the sim, I can't see the screens. So I'm going to change the time here. I'm going to change it by 1 hour. I don't like doing it, but I don't have a choice. So you'll see the screens change. We get another sunset.
Flight 32, contact Copenhagen 121.
Let's speed it up here. 0.810.
Flight 32, contact Copenhagen 121.375. 121.375 from the 832. Thanks very much, Mark.
Buenos días, España. España. So cracks.
Like 58 uniform man ready, descent to reach flight number 260 at Elden.
Ridge, you gonna see me later?
Ready, descend flight level 260 to reach at Elden.
Curtis Ridge flies with me a lot on YouTube. So let me change the time before I do anything, guys. I gotta change it by 1 hour. We'll get a new sunset. There we go. Sorry about that. So, little krantz, a little bit of history. I was actually born in Spain, Madrid. But I left there when I was 5 years old. My parents worked in the embassy. And I left Spain. I didn't know any English, I only knew Spanish, and I forgot it all. Pretty sad, isn't it? Very sad. Yeah, I've got any changes in RC1? No, I think they just got it all figured out. I think before 7 can come out, they got to have release candidate 1, wait for complaints, then put release candidate 2, and then work on 7 beta.
650 for E19. Ah, perfect, that's right to call you. Contact Noah Langen, he's waiting for your call. I'm very sorry, I was just doing something else, but I'm very sorry. Bye.
Ryanair 5 Alpha Echo, back to cockpit.
I would fly real time if I could shut all the doors and windows in this room and not let any natural light in, but because I use natural air to cool this room, I flow it through the room, I've got to leave the doors and windows open. So at one point I might have air conditioning, which I don't need, but why pay for air conditioning if I don't need it? So Jim, what do you think about the camera up here instead, over my right shoulder, up a little higher? Get a good view of the naked knees. What, the view or the naked knees? I'm so funny. Curtis, the group flight tonight is into Cozumel. Guys, I fly for joinava.org. I'm the CEO over there, American One. And that's joinava.org. It's a American Airlines virtual virtual airline. And we have a group flight on Monday nights. So our time on target, 1830 Zulu, is 0130 Zulu, I'm sorry, 1830 local. 0130 Zulu is into Cozumel tonight. My plane, my other plane I own, is sitting in San Juan, Puerto Rico for that flight later today. Bleeds that out. See, that bleeds that out just a little too much. That, like, there. Leave it like that.
Nordic 5 uniform, descent flight level 260, expedite descent, 3,000 feet per minute.
Descent flight level 260, expediting descent, 3,000 feet or more, Nordic 5-8 uniform.
So we got 2 months to World Flight. So every year I do World Flight in this plane. It's a charity flight around the world. It takes a week. I do it with Pikitanga in New Zealand. He's got a full sim cockpit like mine, and I fly as Air New Zealand 362, and it's his flight. He's Air New Zealand 361, so he flies his and I fly mine. Starts in Sydney, has 45 stops, goes around the world, takes a week. It's exhausting. This will be my 5th year of doing it. It's a charity thing, so I'll be on YouTube and hitting you all up for donations for our charity. We'll probably have some type of like helicopter, emergency helicopter service in New Zealand. It's usually what we donate to. We might have something else in the States, but it's strictly a charity flight. And to fly in it, anybody can fly in it, but to be a participant in it, an official participant, you have to have a full flight sim cockpit like this. So there's 13 teams, and last time I checked, there was let me check. There was 8 737s. Can't tell now. 8 737s. Oops. We had a doggy emergency there. Doggy screaming at me. Dogs in the plane. We got somebody down 2,000 feet below us. Coming by. Hey, Trick Rick. Welcome. Jet driver, hi, welcome back. Thinking about getting a GoPro. Hooking up a GoPro also. Besides this one up here, get a GoPro. Might be a better angle.
Radar Ewing for 108, flight level 250 for flight level 270.
1181 identified.
Should be out of his airspace. Let's look. Master Control, American 1 with you. We lost comms for a couple of minutes. Still at flight level 320. Thanks. Got some clouds out there. Hey Tom, how you doing? Who'd you get it from, Tom? 700 euro. That sounds about average. I think mine were 1,000 American. That's 700 euro. It sounds about right.
Couple 1850 contact Copenhagen 126 005.
Got some clouds coming up. Let's put the weather here. It's rain over there.
1850 Copenhagen 126 050.
So, Tom, what sim are you using, and what software? Trick rig. Have you ever done a 24-hour flight? My plane doesn't have that. Can't fly that far. Maybe 9 hours. I've flown multiple flights, but never non-stop. The plane won't do that. A little bumpy here. Let's get some anti-ice going here. We don't want to freeze up. Slot 3. Hi. Silo 3. Excuse me, couldn't even read my own screen. Silo 3. Am I a real pilot? Negative. Yeah, it's ding-dong turbulence. Martin? Yes, I'll do that right now. Turbulence. Thank you. Yeah, pretty bouncy, guys.
Say again for Ewing for 106.
No, it's not. If it looks like it is, thank you. If it looks like it is, then it is.
Again, the frequency for Ewing's 1108, please, descending to flight level 250. 15925. Then radar 15925, Ewing to 108.
Trick negative. But if it looks like it does, then it does. Man, I'm in a soup, guys. Let's look at Navigraph and we got a little bit of junk here, guys. We should be punching through it. Killer 753. Let's see what Gatwick's doing. Echo Golf Kilo Kilo. And clear below 5,000.
Radio, good evening, Monarch 3 Alpha Kilo, with you at flight level 350. The 8721, contact 1 Copenhagen 3, easy 8721, thank you, bye. Confirm frequency 16605. What did we do? American 1, American 1, American 1.
134.7 for American 1. Hold on a second, guys.
Contact long and long, 135.650.
Center.
We are outside of minor 3 with you, reaching flight level 130.
We have 5 on minor 3, claim flight level 230.
Flight level 230. Okay, 5 on minor 3, going out.
Center American 1 with you, flight level 320.
American 1, good evening, continue.
Continue American 1. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I'm getting bounced around. It's only 18 knots on the wind, but I'm in the clouds. Oh yeah, it is live weather. Correct, it is live. I can use live weather from X-Plane, or I can use live weather from Active Sky. I'm presently using Active Sky. Live weather from X-Plane. I switch back and forth. Okay, 118 on top of descent.
161, proceed direct to Lima, Mike Alpha.
Cockpit master,
Speedbird 3275, descent flight level 170.
Tom, all these places I've never heard of. Check them out.
Speedbird 3275.
Olympic 409, contact LAN 135.650.
Hey Mike, guys, say hello to Swan Sim. Mike, post your YouTube up. Mike has his own YouTube. He has a full sim just like mine. He got me into this. It's his fault. Mike is actually getting his sim to work, his hardware to work with Microsoft Flight Simulator using DMDG. He's doing a damn good job. So you can look at his stream. Post your stream up there, Mike.
M621, klein flight level 240.
I'm in the junk, guys. So we're coming out of it.
Unicorn 122, bye-bye. Puppet 15, contact Maastricht 134.7,
yep.
bye-bye.
Yeah, we're coming out of the junk.
Maastricht 134.7, bye-bye. Speedbird 15.
Right up.
Speedbird 15, Maastricht 134.7, bye-bye.
So you can see the coast and the England and France, right on the Netherlands, with all the airports.
Jet 190, climb flight level 260.
Climb flight level 260 with that machine.
Can Atlas, hi. Yeah, I am, Curtis. Thanks, Mike. Guys, take a look at Mike at Swan Sim's YouTube. He's got a sim like mine. He gives a different presentation. It's really good. Excuse me. Okay, you're real busy here. Just a minute. Oh, no, we'll be going into Unicom. That'll be good.
Shuttle 551 startup is approved. Information Bravo, QNet 1024.
Yeah, Mike, you can put your stream in anytime you want into mine. Look at
QNet 1024.
It's clear now. Okay, let's turn off the seatbelts.
40 Echo after RTIP, direction Copenhagen.
Oh, so your driver, you know Mike, huh?
We have the seatbelt sign turned off, and while you're seated, we do ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened stops at all times in case of kind of unexpected.
Delta 49 Delta, would you still like to climb for 380 maintain flight level 340?
No, it's not a game, Can Atlas, trust me. No game here. It's a simulation.
Sorry for the onderbreken again,
Yes, it is real ATC.
65 goedenavond, climb flight level 250.
250, okay,
No, it's VATSIM. Familiar with VATSIM, you can go look it up. Thanks, Mike.
1128, goedenavond, proceed direct RTIP, expect runway 18 right.
Okay, Mike, I got the standard question about 10 times already. You know the answer, Mike. Fire it up there, Mike.
93 Foxtrot Zulu. 93 Foxtrot Zulu, proceed direct circle, expect runway 18 right.
It's the regular Copenhagen vectors to Copenhagen. Let me turn this noisemaker down just a little bit. It's vectors to Copenhagen every Monday. I usually fly it. So yes.
1018, expect runway 18 right. For now, expect
there you go, Mike.
Flight level 230.
Yep. I keep getting that question and I just don't feel like talking about it.
Avia 5193, Monitor Unicom 122, even bij.
Unicom 122, SPY 5193, bedankt.
Jet 190, maintain the speed, Monitor Unicom 122, even bij. Jet 190, maintain speed, simple passing flight level 240. Is 93 Foxtrot Zulu, radio check.
Can Atlas, thank you.
93 Foxtrot Zulu, radio check. Okay, 1018, clear to red van Alpha Rifle, set scope 2757.
76 at the top of descent. So let's go to the descent page, forecast, uplink, execute. This will put in our descent information, and we'll do flaps 30, 110.9 on the frequency, and we'll dial that in at 77 degrees.
Okay,
and let's get a VOR for Gatwick.
Do you require full length?
Full length, yes,
Roger, break, cannon bomb 128, descent flight level 70.
Descent flight level 70, okay, level 128. What's the number?
Wings 1 to Hotel, set squawk 2752, good evening.
Squawk 2752, you're in Hotel.
Alpine 68 Juliet Charlie. Alpine 68 Juliet Charlie, climb flight level 250.
Amsterdam, Alpine 71, my climate climbing flight level 130.
67 miles, so let's do some performance information.
flight number 250.
So we're planning on runway
8 after
8 right. Winds are 070. Excuse me, at 8. And outside temperature is 15 degrees C. QNH is 1019. Flaps 30. Our descent, landing weight is going to be off our sheet 138.226. 138.226. So we're looking at brakes. We'll do brakes 2 at 150 knots of approach speed. We don't use virtual performance tool on descent. We use the electronic flight bag. The calculation is so much easier. And we'll go and we'll look at on plates. We'll get Gatwick, map for the gates and the airport. And so we're going to go get an approach here. Timba, Willow. We're going to take Willow. Add the route. And we're going to step through it. I wouldn't know anything about super chats. Yes, Rob Banks or Mary Rich. So I did it. You can decide which one. Young Smooth. Mike, you can answer Young Smooth's. Okay. So let's look at our descent profile. We're all good there. 282 at 251.
Amsterdam, goedenavond, go ahead. Roger, local QNH is 1022, no reported traffic in the vicinity. Ryanair 260. Ryanair 260, proceed direct to Sukkel, for runway 18 right, descent flight level 70.
Let me send them my descent profile.
American 1, contact London 127.1.
127.1 for American 1. American 1 with you, flight level 320.
American 1, London Control, good evening. It's a Temper 2 Golf arrival for Gatwick. When ready, descend, flight level 140, level by Apton.
140, level by Apton. I missed that approach. Was it Tebra 2G?
Temper 2 Golf, 800.
Thank you very much, American 1. 140 at Apton.
Med 2 Papa Mike, descend flight level 230.
Okay, we got ATC guys.
Med 2 Papa Mike,
yay!
your speed to Amsterdam, 125
from
decimal
Netherlands to
Mike or Jim, would you take over as far as letting talking to people? I'm going to be really busy here.
36 Sanchez. Going Starneck Mike, hello, score 2024, climb now, flight level 150. 2024, climb now, flight level 150, units to 9 Echo Mike. And 9 Yankee Quebec, expect flight level 200, level LBOS when ready, descend initially, flight level 300. Expect 200 for LBOS, descending now, 300, running 9 Yankee Quebec.
We'll put in big, 115.1.
Flight control unit is the B5, flight level,
So 077.
Over Bidwell, we're planning the Bidwell 1 hotel in Heathrow. 10875, I have no flight plan for you, if you could just file one for us, please. Probably expired, good. Limit control, shuttle 7 Alpha with you, flight level 252. 7 Alpha, evening London, score 7505. And score 7505,
Let's get the weather. Echo Golf, Kilo Kilo. Can you move your nav display a bit? It's hard to read the data. Yes.
When ready, descend to flight level 200, level Tobin.
Can I move my nav display? To the right, Mike? I'm not sure I know what you're asking, Mike.
Got 4 Golf, climb flight level 340, monitor Unicom 122.
I'm not sure what you mean, Mike. Move it. Echo Golf. 80 to 40. Oh, okay. You mean the scale? There.
This is J60 on the control, roger.
There we go. As we get closer, we'll dial it in a little more.
310, direct Gaspar.
Okay, where was I? 10 miles to descent. We still need to get.
When did you make it to the 5? We're kind of late. 875, thank you. Identify score 7772. 7772.
Information. Echo. At 1820 Zulu.
875, thank you. Route direct to Bovingdon.
070 at 8. 070 at 8. Visibility is 6, clear below 5,000. Temperature is 22, dew point is 15, altimeter is 1019, pattern altitude is...
Speed 290 knots or greater. 290 or greater. The 2507, speed 270 knots or less on conversion. With a 2501, speed 270 knots or less. Speed 2501, 270 knots or less. Air Canada 3, correction, Air Canada 239, there's no further ATC, unfortunately, continue on Unicom now, 1228. Roger, Air Canada 239, 122, decimal 8.
America 1 starting down for Upton at 14,000.
Roger. With the 9 Juliet direct to Somva.
So pattern altitude is going to be...
the 9 Juliet route direct to Somva. Redirect Somva.
3,000.
Running 9 Yankee Quebec, descend flight level 200.
And altitude is 196. Dial in 200. We're all set there.
And if also Hotel Romeo route direct Quake, Bravo Killer Yankee. Quebec, wait, what's that Hotel Romeo?
Negative. The yokes are linked together, but they're not force feedback. 14, heading 26. That's good. We got our ILS frequency in 110.9. let's do a initial approach briefing. It's either going to be May or Willow. Okay, minimums for Cat C are 396. Missed approach briefing is going to be climb to 3,000 straight ahead until passing 2,000. Okay, inbound, turn right to 178, got it. And our airport briefing, landing 08 right. Let's look at this sheet, oops, wrong one. Airport briefing, landing exiting left at Charlie or Delta.
39 Juliet, contact Amsterdam radar 125.750.
Let's look at the gate.
Contact 125.750 with the 39 Juliet, bye.
33.
London good evening, shuttle 4 Lima, Altep 1 Juliet,
okay.
Passing 3,800.
4 Lima London, hello to you, score 4441, climb now.
Simon Solutions, is it Sim Solutions? I don't know Simon Solutions. Never heard of them. What sim are you using, Tom? Here's a squeaky voice. Okay, fix 50.
Got which airport are you departing from? Don't cover London City to continue on Unicom 128. River 2501, direct Barkway, descent ladder with 9 and 0. 2501, direct Barkway, flight level 90.
Screwed that up. There we go. We're good. We're back.
American 875, just alert that there is control on the Heathrow now and an ATIS up. Just check the ATIS information, but we'll hand you off to the next controller in about 3 to 4 minutes. It's us for you, Daisy. It's us for you. Thank you. Jump. 9 Yankee Quebec, descent throttle 80 level Dane, continuing Unicom 1228 belay. Level 80 level 15 of Unicom, running us, Yankee Quebec, thanks, good.
Tower 124 225. 225. And ground is 121.8.
Runway 660, point passing altitude, climb now, flight level 100.
Flight level 100.
Okay, there's the coast.
Passing 3,800 feet.
Alpha Lima, climb flight level 320. Alpha Lima, climb flight level 320.
Flight level 320, shuttle 4 Lima.
Cook 1, descent flight level 80. American 1, descent flight level 80.
Another doggy emergency. Hopefully nobody called me. American 1 down to 8,000. My apologies.
Problem, American 1, there is no further ATC online. You do have a tower online once you establish for 08 right. So it's self-vectoring for 8 right, Unicom 1228.
122.8. We'll go over to tower when we get on to 8 right. Thanks for good service. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Cheers. Okay. We're on Unicom for a little bit till tower, which is going to be we can go a little lower than 14,000 now. We can take it all the way down to 7,000. I guess he's going offline. Yeah, Tom, curious about the hardware you got there, buddy. Really interested. Not that I mean different hardware. Let's go to terrain and weather over here. Tom's talking about different sims. I mean, different hardware. Okay, so let's look at. We're heading 077, 077, 110.9, 110.9. We're all dialed in on the frequencies. Tower again is going to be 124.225. We're self-vectoring, so we got to keep an eye out here. Let's see who's coming in here. We are one, two, three, fourth one. Keep our eyes open. HD Sim, how you doing, man? Yeah, Mike, you're right. Should be a good view out the right window. We'll just be doing right turns the whole way down, guys. HD Sim here is a normal participant in our stream. We got a new camera up here, HD Sim. Or we moved the camera. Okay, let's arm that, and we got, let's look at our checklist here. We're gonna go short version, Mike. Okay, descent, pressurization, check. Pressurization looks good, and we're in descent mode. Recall is cleared, auto brakes are set. Landing data approach is 150, and reference is 147. Approach briefing completed. We don't need anti-ice. Altimeters are set at transition altitude, which is going to be 6,000 feet. So we're going Willow after Timbra. Engine start switches, speed brake is armed. All set there. My girlfriend would kill me if I had this setup. Well, you know, sometimes death is painless. You know? If that's what it takes to get a sim like this, go for it, dude. Whatever it takes. Tell her to get a really good job and buy you one. See what type of girlfriend she really is. You did, Mike, or you did not find anything on Simon? I can't find a thing on Simon. No, I know a guy named Simon in England that makes hardware. I wonder if it's the same guy. Let me come up. Let's see, that would be contacts, Simon. Let me look him up. Tony Vaughn knows him. Simon. What is that? Simon. Ace Flight Simulations. His name is Simon. He makes hardware. He was at Expo. Is that the guy you're talking about? Yeah, 2 jobs. Whatever it takes. Rob Banks. Marry rich. You know, Use your kids' inheritance, their college fund. Here's that right turn, Mike. A little hazy down there. Yep. Might have been a MASH reference. Thanks, Jim. Okay, let's go to our fixed page. Put 20 miles in. So right now we have a 30, 20 to 10 mile circle around the runway. And we'll be picking up ATC on tower. Is that it, Jim? PayPal in 4 should cover it. I don't get what the reference is. I know what PayPal is, but in 4 what? PayPal in 4 what? Young and Smooth? Sim Solutions .Europe. I'll have to look that up. I'm not going to click on it now because I don't want to crash my sim looking at the web pages. I'll look at it later. simsolutions.eu. Check it out, Mike. Tell me if I'm upgrading. Down to 12,000. Speed's coming down. A little bit of speed break here, guys. 93 minutes into this flight, and we still got coffee. How many souls on board? Today, we've got packs are 153 off our sheet. Yeah, we're looking good, guys. Got planes up here. I think this guy's coming in. Speed it up here. I think this guy's coming in. Let's go Timbub. It's at the corner. I'm cutting the corner, speeding it up. Taxi. Speedbird 848, American 1, you copy?
1,000 to go.
Speedbird 848, American 1. Let's slow it down now. Got ahead of them. And tower is 124.225. Hey, taxi, hello. X-Plane 12, we're using, oh, you're asking. Let's get it down. Initial approach fix. 4,000, 3,000. We can bring it down to 3,000. Okay, and let's look at the weather again. 1019. 1019 on the standby. 1019. It's clear. I got the runway down here. Gatwick, traffic American 1 downwind for a right base into 8 right at 5,300 at Willow. We're all set up there. Gonna make the right turn here. Okay, take the speed brake off. It is armed. Our checklist. Start switches, speed brakes, landing gear, flaps. Okay, we're all good. Still got to do flaps. Hey guys, here we go.
Thousand to go.
There's the runway right there. Yeah, it is loaded. Gatwick, Traffic America 1, turning right base for runway 08 right, 10 miles out, 3,000 feet, over the tower. Put in ground here. Dial in 077. And IWW is the right identifier. To the correct chart. We don't need that. IGG. 110.9. 110.9. How come I'm not picking it up? I'm gonna have to do a visual here. Oh, 77. Lights, camera, action. How are we looking, Mike? Yeah, Mike, it's looking great. Here's the front screen view. That's the front screen view, guys. That's what I see at the front screen. Gatwick Tower, America 1, turning inbound, 10-mile final, runway 08 right.
American 1, Gatwick Tower, continue approach.
Continue approach, American 1. Okay, flaps 1. Hit the approach button. We have the localizer. We can bring this down to 3,000. Good. Runway in sight. We've got 2 planes landing. Coming up on 10 mile. Flaps 2. Flaps 5.
2824, hold Juliet 1.
Flaps 10. Gear down. Flaps 15, slower down. Going manual. Speed brake armed. My bird. Flaps 30.
Right, clear, takeoff.
Okay. A little bumpy here, guys. 11 knots on the nose, not too bad. A little more power. Get the nose up.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Nose down. Power's good. Power down.
American 1, the wind 070 degrees, 10 knots, runway 08 right, clear to land.
08 right, clear to land, American 1. Okay, power up.
756, Unicorn now
400.
Power good. Have 3 pappies. 3 pappies, power's good. Half a dot. Power's good. 3 pappies.
300.
Stabilized. Final approach checklist. 3 down and green. Flaps 30. Attendant notify. Runway clear. Clear to land. Speed brake armed.
Approaching minimums.
2 pappies. Power good.
200. Minimums.
Continue.
100.
And landing.
50. 40. 30. 20.
Power back.
10.
And flare. Okay. Speed brake deployed. And reversers on full. Tower American 1 is vacated to the left, Charlie Romeo.
When you open the overhead compartment, be careful, as items may have moved in flight. And thank you for choosing American Airlines.
APU on.
Figure 848, the wind 070 degrees, 10 knots, runway 08 right, clear to land.
Okay, TA.
Gatwick Tower, good evening, roll ahead 2700, established on Dallas, for runway 08 right, currently 11 miles out. Let's say 2700, Gatwick Tower, hello, continue approach. Approach for 2700.
Tower American 1 is holding at Charlie.
American 1, taxi via Charlie, hold short Juliet.
Charlie, hold short Juliet, American 1. Crossing 26 right. Okay, got that.
Number 2824, behind the arriving company aircraft, runway 08 right, via Juliet 194 behind.
We're going to hold at Juliet. Clear right, clear left.
American 1, contact ground now 121 display.
Over to ground for American 1, thanks.
Whiskey Sierra, contact Gatwick Tower 124.225, bye bye.
Tower 124.225, bye bye, France, passage into the shot. 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 124.225, 1
Ground, American 1, Charlie at Juliet for gate 33 left if possible.
American 1, Gatwick ground, hello, taxi stand 33 left, fire Juliet, Papa, Kilo, and Kilo Alpha.
33 left, Juliet, Papa, Kilo, Kilo Alpha, American 1, thank you.
All stations, stand by, controller change.
Okay, we're going to hang a right here. And we're going to take Juliet Papa. Where the heck's Papa? Juliet Papa, here it is. After landing checklist. It doesn't have the full stuff on it, but I know this Mike's does. Exterior lights as required, APU, yaw damper off, window heats, probes, engine anti-ice, auto brake. Yeah, we can turn it off. This should be Papa right coming up here. Auto brakes off, speed brake up, that's good. Flaps, transponder, weather radar, that's all good. And this should be Papa. Right here. That's, I think, my first time ever into Gatwick. Lots of traffic here, guys. Okay, and we're going up to Kilo Alpha, and we're heading to that red building over there. Very nice. Hey, Bonk, how you doing? Oh, you're doing the Bergen event. Yeah, I've flown that before. Bonk. Okay, this should be Kilo. We're gonna hang a right and go down to Kilo Alpha. We had ATC the whole way. A little bit over southern England we lost it, but can't complain. It's been a fabulous ride. And Mike, at the beginning of the stream, I actually did a full cold dark, including all my SimBrief and virtual performance tool and ACARS and everything. Ooh, did I start ACARS? I bet you I did not start ACARS. I'll be so mad if I didn't start ACARS. Damn it, I didn't start my ACARS. That's why I have to do a manual PIREP. Yeah, the ATC's been great. Here's Kilo Alpha right here. And that should be 3-3. 3-3 left. Here's 3-3 right. So I'm going to stop here and recycle my screen so I can get...
All stations, Gatwick ground is closing. Contact Gatwick Tower 124.225 for clearance, pushback, and taxi. Gatwick ground out.
Good job. I'm going to reset these screens, guys, so I can... I gotta fix something.
Speedbird 853, Gatwick ground is closing. Contact Tower 124.225. Bye.
Okay, guys, what I have to do is reset my front screens because unfortunately X-Plane 12, this version, the gates don't show up when you land. They're supposed to fix that in 7. It's a networking problem. Yeah, checklist for the checklist. Ain't that the truth? Swan, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to do a flight from San Juan, Puerto Rico to Cozumel later this afternoon. It's about a 3-hour flight. It'll be my evening flight. But I'm going to take a break now. Go look at houses in Prescott. Yeah, Mike. So I'll be going. I'll be departing. I'll let you know. I'll text you. I'll be departing San Juan, and I'll be going to Cozumel. I've got to be in Cozumel at 0130 Zulu, which is 6:30 Pacific. So I think it's about a 2.5-hour flight, but I'll have to check it out. Okay, here we go. Now I can turn in. Now I should get the gates. Yeah. Yeah, I will. I'll send you the routing and everything, Mike. So I'm going to turn in here. There we go. 33 left. He closed. Oops, get back over here where you belong. Not paying attention. Yeah, well, that's because, Mike, I had to reset the screens. It should be okay now. So I get the gates. When I bring the gates over, they should work now. So I'm going to give you an outside view and show you that the gates are working. First of all, let's put the brake on, cut the engines, transponder is off, anti-collision is off, fuel pumps are off, packs are off, isolation valves off, research off. Let's turn the pumps off. I'm going to set the chocks. Chocks are set, GPU is on, engaged, APU is off. Let's go outside and set the gate. Let's see if the gates are working here. Should see it move here. Hold on. Here it comes, see it? The gate moving. Go back in the plane. There's the gate. Doors, I gotta open up the doors. And let's see. 1920. And we're all shut down here, guys. Let's see. Let me turn off the IRSs. Yeah, Mike, see, I shut the screens off and restart them so I can see the gates. Yeah, once they fix that. Oh, yeah, galley power. We keep the coffee on the whole time. Yeah, Mike, it worked really good. Lots of people. Jet driver, good to see you again. Bonk came in just towards the end. He's flying. Taxi, first time here. Welcome. HG Sim, it's good to see you again. You come in almost every time. Adam, Adam Link, I didn't even see you here, Adam. Good to see you. CVR, hello. Tom, thanks for the information on that hardware. We'll look at it. You, Young Smooth, get that girlfriend to tell her to get 2 jobs to get you a sim. Double O Aviation, hello. 004 Aviation, I didn't even see you in here. Curtis came in for a little bit. Joel's World was here. Jim McFarland, if you get a chance, look at his link for his Jetmax for sale. He's got a Jetmax for sale. If you guys are interested in getting in the deep end of the swimming pool, that's a good way to start. That's how I started. Use, hello. God, just a lot of people came in. Smartphones, it's good to see you again. Filler 753 was here. Trick Rick was here. Who else is here? Man, there's a lot of people here today. Bryden Pierce. Ruby, hello. The Capri One, hello. Find the PX. I think Miranda was here. Miranda comes in regularly. Bizarro GD. Adios. Bostic was the very first one in today. So let's play a replay on that landing. How's that sound, guys? Let me shut off, disconnect that, and we'll do a quick little replay on the landing. Bear with me. And flight, toggle replay mode. We'll go outside. Okay, we're going to do replay mode. Okay, here's the... Turn that noisemaker down. Okay, we're going to do a replay mode on the land. There's the runway. We're just coming down. That's 5 miles. Manual now. Looks like we got full flaps. They can come down, gear down. There's the runway. Angle looks pretty good. Angle of attack. Get the nose down a little. That was a little high there, I remember. We're presently at 1,000 feet. Bad. Runway, might see some airplanes down there, and jamming in and out of here within 3 miles. We got a late landing clearance. About a mile out. We're down to 500 feet. Set of blocks, second main blocks, second set of blocks. Very nice. Not too bad. I'm sure I'll get shit from Mike about that. Speed reversers. Okay, let's back up just a little. And we'll do a tower view. Let's see, where am I? Here we go. Well, pretty lined up. Let's see where we touch down here. You can see the main blocks, second blocks, and third blocks. Not bad. Little past the third blocks. Okay, I think that's enough of that fun and games. We're going to shut it down here. Okay. I think that's enough for tonight. Or this morning, I should say. Let's shut all this noise down. Oh, I gotta file my PIREP. I'll do a manual PIREP. That's right. Let's shut this down. Mike, I'll send you that information on my next flight here. I'll text it over to you. Bye, guys.